Last April, a paper solved one stubborn process control problem that had been blocking autonomous lunar oxygen reactors, and almost nobody outside materials science noticed. The technology is molten regolith electrolysis, heat raw moon dirt to 1600 degrees Celsius, hotter than active lava. Pass current through it, and oxygen bubbles up at one electrode while structural metals collect at the other. No consumable reagents, no Earth-supplied feedstock beyond the electrodes themselves. Donald Sadoway's lab at MIT established proof of principle in work published in 2009 and 2010, originally to decarbonize earthly steelmaking, not to breathe on the moon. The inert iridium alloy anode developed then remains the reference design today. Lunar regolith is roughly 40 to 45% oxygen by mass, chemically locked inside iron and silicon oxides. Every kilogram of oxygen launched from Earth carries an enormous delivery cost, which is why producing it on site could transform the economics of sustained lunar operations. The April 2025 Lomax et al. Paper identified reliable electrochemical signatures, current decay profiles, and impedance shifts that indicate when oxygen extraction is complete. Prior demonstrations ran for fixed durations, wasting energy or leaving yield on the table. This is the kind of process control signal autonomous lunar operation requires. A 2022 DLR systems model by Guerrero, Gonzalez, and Zabel projected that a full MRE plant producing around 10 tons of oxygen per year could achieve positive mass payback within 18 to 24 months of operation, the first credible whole plant engineering business case for the technology. Blue Origin, Helios in Israel, and Lunar Resources in Houston are all pursuing proprietary reactor architectures. Combined disclosed and estimated commitments across the private sector run $280 to $450 million cumulatively through mid-2026, though a significant portion of those figures remain undisclosed and are estimated rather than confirmed. The catch, iridium alloy anodes, one of Earth's rarest metals, are still the only proven material for surviving 1600 degree Celsius in pure oxygen. Consumption rates at scale remain inadequately characterized, and no demonstration has yet exceeded around 500 hours of continuous operation on simulant.